August the 27th, 2020. Guys, we've got now just a tropical storm. We are no longer the Cat 1 hurricane, and I want to correct something from earlier in the an earlier video. It's the same thing that happened the other night when Marco appeared to, it went almost straight north into the Florida coastline, and then it veered left, and the top got taken off of it. And that top, or the shearing, as Marco turned left, remembers it came up to the Florida coastline and then turned left towards New Orleans. The top came out, and that's where the tornadoes came from in the Florida Panhandle. It was from the top storm. And that's what we saw today here. Notice as the top was torn off, and that's why it appeared earlier that the entire storm was turning. But you can see now very clearly moving north through Arkansas. And that's why I want to correct this so no one is thrown off tonight. Check this out, guys. Very clear circulation here. A lot of people without power. And you think about harvest time, and you think about the high winds that were up in Iowa and that decimated the corn and the silos. And now you're talking about Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, and again, harvest time on some critical crops. I hope that all of this turns out good. We're going to have to see. There's been a lot of rain and a lot of wind. Clearly, guys, you can see here at the surface level, very strong rotation for being this far inland. So the night, you're going to have to watch it. It's not quite over with. Anytime you have this type of circulation and that type movement, then there's possibility of power outages and pop-up storms and possibly tornadoes. Now, as this top was torn off here today, you see it in the orange, the winds got very high here in central Mississippi. Some limbs were popped off. I was very concerned about some big trees that are around my home. I was really concerned that they were not going to be able to handle it. We had that going for a couple of hours. But now that's moving into North Mississippi, into the Delta, like I was talking about earlier, and now into southwestern Tennessee. Parts of it into Alabama. But that main core, that main top now is over the Mississippi Delta. But again, the rotation is moving north as predicted by the National Hurricane Service and the models. I want to keep that, make sure that everyone is aware of that, thinking that the entire storm had turned. It did not. Now, I know in Louisiana that 4 people have lost their lives due to trees falling on their homes and things, guys. And that, of course, was coming in with very powerful winds. But just think about anything you need to tie down as this storm moves up through Arkansas. You don't want lawn chairs and things like that blowing through your windows. It's not quite over with. It's going to clear on out of here, and that's a good thing. Maybe we'll see some sunshine in the south over the next few days. I do want to say this. There are some type of protest and things that are scheduled for D.C. this Saturday, and that's when this storm will be exiting through the D.C. area if the tracking holds up. I think it's going to be right over that area around 7 p.m., depending on the forward speed. But guys in Arkansas, check this thing out. It's a heads up. Be safe.